Hey Knox Church, Pastor Grant here, and I just wanted to take a quick couple minutes on your Thursday to talk to you about what is coming this Sunday, March the 13th. The first thing that we want you to know is that this Sunday we are going to be celebrating communion together, and so as you're thinking about and toward this Sunday service, I would invite you just to find some elements, some bread, some juice, some wine, some crackers, whatever you have, and prepare for worship together and prepare specifically for communion, for the Lord's Supper together as we're going to celebrate it in the service. Second thing is that we're continuing to welcome people back to in-person worship, and as we do, we've been working with varying levels of restrictions, and recently want to remind you that we have lifted the restrictions requiring you show vaccine certificate and pre-register. So we are now no longer asking for a vaccine certificate, and we are no longer asking that you pre-register for in-person worship on Sunday. All we're going to do is simply take your name down and maybe a phone number or email, whatever you feel comfortable leaving with us so that we can get in touch with you if we need to. The third thing that I would invite you into is a way of serving. As we return to in-person worship, one of the things that we're really looking forward to is welcoming families back and kids. And, you know, my kids run around some Sundays and love being here and being a part of worship. But we know that one of the main things that we can do for our kids and for our families is explore ways of returning to kids ministries and nursery ministries here for families in the building. And so the first step that we are going to do is to bring back our nursery ministry on Sunday morning. And in order to do that, we need people who are willing to volunteer to lead in that ministry, to take care of kids, to help teach them, show them the love of God. And so every Sunday we need 2 adults to be in the nursery in order to make that run. And so if you would like to volunteer, whether it's one Sunday a month, whether it's every week, whether it's twice a year, that doesn't matter. If you would like to volunteer, please reach out to us. Send us an email here at the church and we will get you in touch with those who are coordinating the return to in-person nursery ministry. The next thing that I want to let you know of is that this past Sunday we had our annual general meeting where we passed the budget, had a chance to see some really good financial discussions and presentations. And if you missed that Sunday at all, I would just really encourage you to go back and watch 3 things. So watch the Vision Sunday sermon. That's up as its own thing on YouTube. You can find that video below this one. And then also go back and watch the financial presentations. They're really going to help tell a story of how we ended at the end of 2021 and why we budgeted the way we budgeted leading into 2022. And if you need the link to find that video, please, again, reach out to us in the office. We'd be happy to send you that link. If you receive the e-notes, the links to those videos are also in the e-notes. Finally, the last thing that I want to draw your attention to is probably the thing that's been most on our hearts and minds over the last couple weeks now, and that is the war and the increasing humanitarian crisis that is happening in the Ukraine. And I know that many of you, as am I, have been asking, what can we do? We want to do something, we're not quite sure how or what that looks like. Well, I would invite you to 2 things. And the first is to pray. We do believe that as Christians, our best position, our best first step, our best response is in prayer. And that in prayer we are petitioning and asking and pleading on behalf of a people for God to bring peace in the world. And so I'd invite you to pray for peace. If you want to listen to a little bit longer of a conversation about how we pray and how we allow prayer for what's going on in the world to inform our everyday life, Alex Douglas, who's the pastor at Family Church of Heritage Green, and I sat down at this table and recorded about a 20-minute conversation that talks through exactly that. How do you respond in prayer, and how do you allow prayer to shape how you act day in and day out? So I would invite you to find that video, and I will link that in the description of this video. Last, but certainly not least, we want to help financially those who need it the most. And so we want to make it very easy for you to partner with us in doing that. And so if you send any money, whether it's check or cash or through the PAR system, with a note that says, for the Ukraine, we are going to make sure that dollar for dollar, 100% of it gets sent outside of our walls and our doors and straight to those who need it the most. You can also do this through an organization called PWSND, Presbyterian World Service and Development. I'll also link that in the description of this video. So there will be a list of links that you can find under the video. But Presbyterian World Service and Development, again, this is the mission arm, one of the mission arms of our denomination. And so it is an organization that we regularly partner with, and it is one that that you can trust to give to and know that that money is going to those who need it the most. And so if you've been waiting because you're not quite sure, where to send the money, we would invite you to partner with us in this way. Again, please know that we are praying with you for what is going on in the world, and we are praying for you as you live life in your world. So I hope that you're having a good week, and I do hope to see you, whether online or in person, this Sunday for worship.